In the beginning, the world of the Stickmen was cold, dark, and full of mystery. Nights stretched endlessly, filled with strange animal cries and shadows that haunted every cave wall. The Stickmen wrapped themselves in leaves and mud, shivering under the stars, wishing for something warmer than the feeble comfort of dry grass. They had no word for fire, no image of light, except the sun that left them every evening. To them, survival was a daily game of hide and run, a fragile dance between hunger and fear. One night, a lightning strike changed everything. A tree burst into flames on a distant hill, glowing red against the black sky. Stickmen from two rival tribes saw it at the same time, the River Tribe and the Stone Tribe. Both groups froze in awe. Was it a monster, a spirit, or a gift from the gods? For the first time, they felt something stronger than fear. They felt curiosity. They crept closer, wide-eyed, with the question blazing louder than the fire itself. Who would be the first to claim this power? The River Tribe made the first move, creeping through the grass with sticks in hand. They tried to poke at the flames, but the fire hissed and roared, scaring them back. The Stone Tribe laughed from a distance, mocking their rivals for being cowards. But when they stepped forward, their arrogance turned to panic as sparks leapt onto their arms. Both tribes screamed, rolling in the dirt, realizing that this new force could burn as easily as it could shine. Fire wasn't just light, it was danger. Days passed, and the flaming tree burned lower, leaving only glowing embers. Both tribes returned, more cautious now. The River Tribe tried fanning the embers with leaves, only to choke on smoke. The Stone Tribe smashed rocks near the fire, accidentally sending sparks flying. For a brief moment, a patch of dry grass caught alight. The tribes gasped, then fought each other for control of the tiny flame. In the chaos, someone stomped on it, and once again, the fire was gone. Frustration spread like sickness. The River Tribe whispered that the Stone Tribe had angered the fire spirit. The Stone Tribe claimed the River Tribe was too weak to deserve such power. Rivalry turned into raids. Food was stolen, huts were toppled, and Stickmen painted war marks on their faces. Yet no matter how much they fought, both tribes kept glancing back at the charred hill, longing for the warmth they had glimpsed. They knew this force was more than survival, it was the future. Then, by chance, a young stickman from the River Tribe noticed something strange while banging stones near the river. A small spark flickered, landing on dry moss. His heart raced as smoke curled upward. He blew gently, and suddenly, a tiny flame was born. He stumbled back, both terrified and overjoyed. He had done it, not by stealing from the gods, but by creating fire with his own hands. For the first time, the Stickmen realized the flame could be made, not just taken. When the Stone Tribe discovered what had happened, fury erupted. They refused to let the River Tribe hold this secret alone. Battles broke out at night, with both tribes trying to steal burning branches from each other's camps. But the fire spread quickly. Sticks lit other sticks, huts lit other huts, entire clearings glowed in the darkness. And suddenly, the once black nights were filled with red and orange. It was chaos, but it was also revolution. Fire was no longer rare, it was everywhere. Slowly, the violence calmed. Both tribes saw that fire could not be owned by one side. It spread too easily, too wildly. Instead, they began to gather together around larger flames, sharing warmth and cooked meat. At first, the Stickmen sat on opposite sides, glaring across the fire. But as the nights grew colder and the flames brighter, their anger melted into laughter. They shared stories, traded food, and watched sparks climb into the sky like tiny stars. Fire had turned rivals into neighbors. Around the fire, The stickmen discovered more than warmth. They discovered cooking. The meat that once tore their stomachs now became tender and safe. They discovered protection. Predators that once stalked the night now stayed away from the light. They discovered comfort. Songs, dances, and stories stretched long into the night, painting the darkness with joy instead of fear. Fire was no longer a mystery or a curse. It was the heart of their new world, the rhythm of their lives. And so, the legend began, the story of how fire was stolen not from gods, but from stone and spark, courage and rivalry. The river tribe and the stone tribe no longer remembered who had lit the first flame. What they remembered was the moment their world changed forever. In the glow of the fire, stickmen were no longer just survivors. They were dreamers, builders, creators. Fire was not just heat, it was hope. And from that night forward, the darkness would never again rule their world.